Today, the wood floor of the off-grid cabin is finished. Because of its history and beauty, it's our favorite part of the whole cabin. Be sure to watch until the end because I think you just may agree. Welcome to Life on the Moose. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss what's coming next.
So I have probably 2/3 of the screws to put into the joist. We're gonna keep all these natural. We're gonna keep all these original nail holes from 1911. So I'm just using these 2.5-inch drywall screws. The biggest reason, because the head is a matte black finish. So I didn't want them to stand out, didn't want them gold or silver. 2.5 inches. We have about an inch and a half, inch and a quarter of material, give or take. This is a little less than 1 inch thick, most of this wood. Hovers around 7/8, and then underneath that is 1/2 inch OSB, which is actually a little less than 1/2 inch. So give or take, we should have 1 1/4 inches of meat on the joist to sink these things tight. I'm pre-drilling and countersinking everything with that. The only thing I don't like about these drywall screws, Phillips. You might hear that a time or two today. Sorry! You okay over there? That's it. Okay, I have a little pile on the floor. A little pile to go through, maybe 20 of them. So I gotta go to town. But I had to go to town anyway. It's a funny story. I was trying to upload a video to YouTube last night. I've never done it from the ranch. I have spotty cell service, and I am able to get online and look at stuff with my computer using my phone as a hotspot. Well, I tried to upload a video, and in the first 40 minutes, there was 1% uploaded. At that rate, it would have taken about 2.5 days. So I'm gonna go to the library in town, and I think they have a pretty decent Wi-Fi there, and upload a video. I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on this. All of this fun? My goodness. So I'm gonna put these in the floor, and then, gosh, I'll only have about 30 more screws I'll need after that, but we're making headway. Okay, I'm out of screws. So I'll countersink everything, get that out of the way, and then when I get back with the screws, we'll finish this up. All right, what a day. Did I mention how nice it was on? What? Doesn't everyone drive their lawnmower to work? Oh, hold on, I can't hear you. All right, that's better. All right, what do we have going on? I actually found screws down below in the barn, so I don't have to go to town right this second. I'm trying to avoid that if I can. This whole area around this cabin has to be mowed. The grass has to be managed one way or another. Wildfires. So that's what I just did. I figured I have to do this eventually. So while I was down there, I said, well, I'll just take the lawnmower up. The whole key is defensible space, as the firefighters like to call it. If you have enough defensible space for them to manually take care of fires with rakes and shovels and whatnot. Okay, back to the floor. Wait, you didn't know this was an episode about flooring and mowing your lawn? Come on! All right, back to the floor. Trusty belt sander. I will be using this belt sander to remove some of those high edges off of some of these boards down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up the generator out there, because I know this isn't going to take me hopefully 10 minutes. Knock on wood. And I'm not sure about the power that this thing draws. I did a little bit of research. What I could find was that the palm sander probably would be fine. I think I started it up last video. So that would be fine on the solar setup that I have going on here. But these belt sanders are kind of on the edge, and I don't want to push anything. If anyone knows for sure, let me know. It probably depends on this exact model, I'm guessing. So yeah, I'm just going to take those hard edges off the bottom. It won't take long. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So there's a good example right there. I'm just going to hit the front of that and just level this edge off a little bit. I'm not interested in having this floor completely flat. Here's another one. I'm just going to take the edge off a little bit, just so you don't stub your toe. So the grit I have on there is 50. Super aggressive. The box that came in says for surface leveling and heavy stock removal. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to remove some heavy stock. Better. Well, that fun task is finished. Is it perfect? No. Good enough for a cabin in the middle of nowhere? Yes, it is. Would I want to go sliding across it with socks on? No, I wouldn't. Okay, next step, I'm going to sweep this off and then put some lacquer down. Getting close. Public service announcement. Remember a couple of episodes ago, I mentioned that water had gotten in that window over there somehow. I know what I did wrong. I'll admit it. You see that little? That is a weep hole. So when water gets like up in the track, for example, it has somewhere to go. Well, yours truly had the trim go up to here.
it was covering that weep hole, and water made its way, I think, underneath the window and inside. So I have some caulking to do, and I'm actually going to trim out my trim piece, and I'll put a little notch there so that the water can drain as it's supposed to. So there you go. Mind your weep holes. There's probably 1,000 different things you can put on a wood floor. When I was at the store getting oil for the other wood and whatnot, the guy there recommended, he said, use this stuff, it's good for a floor. So I was just reading this, it said not recommended for floor. I'm gonna put it on the floor anyway. Come on, what's it gonna hurt, right? All right, you're not supposed to shake it, so I'm just gonna stir it. I think it's probably pretty nasty as far as fumes go too. I have a really good cross breeze going right now, and I'm gonna monitor this. I do have a couple masks with me, probably not the right kind of masks. I'm gonna do this section of the wall, and I'm gonna do whole boards at a time, especially when I get toward the end, because I don't wanna do a half a board just in case I run out. So I'm gonna brush this on. You could roll it if I had more than I needed to, and I could just run to the store in 5 minutes and get another gallon. If I needed, I would. But I'm just going to brush it. It'll go farther that way. Plus, I like how it gets into the wood a little bit better when I brush it. So, here goes nothing. Ooh, that is pretty. Check out that board right there. It's almost like the blade left burn marks, and now they're coming out. Pretty cool. Normally I would say brush with the grain of the wood, but in this case, brush with the saw marks. Some of those saw marks are pretty deep. You can't tell the difference at all, can you? Holy cow. Okay, I'm in the home stretch. In fact, I better shut that window a little bit, because I'm not coming back in. Okay, let's
get it wrapped up. About a quarter of a bucket left. Pretty close. Well, what do you think? Looks pretty awesome. Materials for the whole floor, $30 in lacquer, $10 in screws. Didn't spend any money on the wood. Luckily, my labor is free. Otherwise, it would have cost about $17,000. I don't know. I'm just guessing because it took a long time. Labor of love. It looks fantastic. Looks great. Let me know what you think. Well, we just about have this cabin build wrapped up. My goodness, we're down to like the punch list items, the little things. Well, we got to put baseboard up, trim all the corners. So this is getting close. It's getting very close to being finished. Well, another one bites the dust. Thanks for tuning in. You know, without you guys, it would have been just boring old sanding and screwing and lacquering. But you made it fun. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week.